What's up, guys? Today we'll be doing a reaction to the song Poor Millionaire by August Burns Red, which is a remaster of the song from 2011. That drumming though.
Poor Millionaire
Feats Ryan Kirby
from Leather.
I can tell the vocals have been much improved since the 2011 song.
Everything's much improved on this one. Sounds like it's way more heavier, way more well produced, like very refined.
They have more money now.
Not Millionaire though. Poor Millionaires. A little bit lighter here.
Got some awesome visuals going on too. They have been leveled.
Ooh.
Oh!
Quite a bit heavier than the original.
Yeah, no, it is for sure, man. Those poor houses.
And cars and people's livelihoods. Oh.
Building up to something here.
It's gonna be heavier than the last time, the original.
Yes.
Oh, something's coming. Oof.
Very dangerous.
It's quite heavy. It's People's houses are gone.
This is a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. What did you think of the song Poor Millionaire, Matt?
This remaster, I wouldn't even call it a remaster. This felt like a remake of the original song from 2011. To me, I know the first song, the original in 2011, but this song, it was way more heavier, way more refined. It sounds like ABR took, their experience over the last decade since the original song came out and basically culminated and decided to remake this song. And are they doing the whole album?
Yeah, they are remaking the whole album called Leveler, and it was released in 2011. It's the 10-year anniversary. And I think it's kind of like you said, they finally maybe have some money to really make this album the way they wanted it to be. Because the production on the first album in 2011 is kind of not as good. And there's portions of the album where I could tell it sounded like there's some weird clipping going on. And maybe that's just the way they wanted to produce it. But yeah, this new remaster of the album sounds heavier, and everyone, the drums sound better, the vocals sound heavier, the guitars are doing a lot more. They had a cool new solo in this song too, which I really loved. And they're also doing a Leveler 10-year anniversary live stream too, which is awesome.
I know ABR is one of your favorite bands of all time. I know you have a lot of history with them and you have a lot of knowledge about them. Can you tell us a little more about what they're doing these days?
Yeah, I think they've been keeping fairly busy since the pandemic happened, and they've actually done a lot of live streams. They did one for their 10-year, not 10-year anniversary, but they did one for an album called Thrill Seeker, and then also they did one for the Christmas Burns Red, where every year they do a live stream for just of Christmas songs and also songs from their past as well. And they're also doing this Leveler live stream show coming up. They've maybe pivoted a little bit better than a lot of bands have, and I think they actually do live streams well because it's actually live, whereas I find a lot of bands I've watched live streams from, it's just pre-recorded. And August Burns Red, I feel, understands what the fans want. And I think a lot of other bands maybe just want to do things quickly. But August Burns Red, especially with releasing this whole new album, Remaster, you can kind of tell they really appreciate what the fans have done. And I know they're just wanting to keep busy too, because obviously they would have been touring during this whole time too.
I think what you say about them doing it right for live streams is very true. I've seen a lot of live streams too with you, and even for electronic artists that I follow, and it's a totally different feel, even though yes, you're not seeing them in person, but knowing that it's actually live and they're playing at that moment brings a whole other element to it versus when they have it recorded, you just know okay, these guys made this and they're just sitting somewhere maybe watching the stream too. It's different. It's a different feel, right?
And everything about this song too seems better. They added on more with the drums, the production wise, the vocals seem better. I think Jake, the singer, he's gotten to be a better vocalist as he's gotten older too. And you can kind of tell in songs like this, it seems like he's got more of a better deep growl. And then he's also got that kind of shrieking, higher vocals too. So yeah, I think everything about the band has really improved, and it just goes to show that they've, I guess, stayed with the pack, and they've really shown everyone that they're here to stay instead of a lot of the bands that have kind of, I guess, disappeared off the face of the earth too.
I know you were saying that you were thinking this is maybe them making the album as they wanted to make it 10 years ago. Do you think they were restricted by money and maybe being more new to the scene 10 years ago versus right now? This is kind of like a fan service kind of thing?
I do agree with you in it being a fan service thing, because they actually have more money now to do things, and a lot of bands don't need to be doing these remasters of albums and live streams and stuff. So I think they definitely want to keep up with the fans. I had watched the Christmas Burns Red show with you, and we were actually just not in the same area, but it felt like it was almost as good as a real concert, if that makes sense, just because of the production value.
Especially if you had a few drinks, right?
I was back in the normal way of going to a concert. But yeah, it made me miss going to real concerts again for sure.
Well, hopefully we'll be going to that soon after a few months here.
Mm-hmm. What were your final thoughts on Poor Millionaire, the remastered version?
The remaster? I thought the song was done really well compared to the original. I think I wouldn't even call it a remaster. In my eyes, this is a remake. A remaster to me is, they rescanned the song or found the original files and made it to a higher quality. This is actually built on the original, added solos, made it heavier, added sick breakdowns. Like, it's a remake to me, and this was done very well. So people who are fans of the band, I think, will enjoy this song, and even better than the original, in my opinion.
I agree. It's kind of like the original almost sounded like kind of thin, if that makes sense. Like, it seemed like paper thin kind of. So anyone who loves the band will obviously find something to like about this song too.